Hello, dear soul. Today, I need to speak about something heavy, yet essential. The wars you see on the news, the conflicts tearing our world apart, they're not separate from you. They're reflections of something we all carry within. I know this might be hard to hear, but please stay with me. Every time we witness violence in the world, our hearts break, don't they? War, conflict, division. Somewhere, someone is suffering. Someone is bleeding. Someone is losing everything. And we ask, why does this keep happening? Why can't people just stop fighting? We tell ourselves it has nothing to do with us. We're peaceful. We're not the ones pulling triggers or dropping bombs. But what if that's not entirely true? Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist, taught us about the collective unconscious, a deep layer of awareness shared by all humanity. Everything our species has ever experienced lives there. Every joy and every trauma, every act of love and every impulse toward violence, every prayer for peace and every shadow of rage. It's all there, in the consciousness we share. And what manifests in our world is this collective unconscious taking form. The outer world is a mirror of our inner world. The wars you see aren't separate from you. They reflect something we all carry, something in the collective human psyche that remains unhealed. But I'm not fighting anyone. I'm not hurting anyone. I hear you, and on the surface, that's true. But war doesn't begin with weapons. War begins in the mind. Are you at war with yourself? I'm not good enough. I need to try harder. I'm less than them. That's a war, an internal one. When you attack yourself, reject yourself, judge yourself as inadequate, you're perpetuating the consciousness of conflict. Are you at war with others? They're wrong. That belief is stupid. Those people are the enemy. When you draw lines between us and them, when you judge and condemn and separate, that's war consciousness too. These might seem like small, private battles, but when billions of people carry these small wars inside, they accumulate in the collective field. Eventually, they manifest as the very real wars we see destroying our world. The outer mirrors the inner, always. Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Beautiful words, but they carry a weight we often miss, because they mean this world peace begins with you, not with politicians, not with activists on the other side of the world, with you. But I'm just one person. What difference could I possibly make? Remember quantum physics? Everything is connected at the deepest level. When you choose peace within yourself, that vibration ripples through the entire field of consciousness. When you forgive someone, that forgiveness echoes in the collective unconscious. When you accept yourself, that acceptance becomes a healing force for all humanity. You are one drop in an infinite ocean, but that one drop creates ripples that touch every shore. So how do we end the war within? First, we must see it. Where are you in conflict with yourself? What parts of yourself have you made into enemies? Maybe it's the part that feels angry, the part that gets jealous, the part that makes mistakes, the part that doesn't live up to your ideals. Jung taught us something profound. What we see as evil in others is actually the projection of our own shadow. We project onto the outer world what we refuse to accept in ourselves. When you can't acknowledge your own anger, you criticize others for being angry. When you can't accept your own vulnerability, you judge others for being weak. We create enemies out there to avoid facing what we've made an enemy within ourselves. But the real enemy isn't outside. The real enemy is the war you wage against parts of yourself. That inner division is the root of all outer conflict. So what's the answer? Integration. Accept all of yourself, the light and the shadow, the strength and the weakness, the love and the rage. Say to yourself, I have anger in me. That's okay. I feel jealousy sometimes. That's human. I have parts of myself I'm not proud of. They're still part of me. When you stop fighting yourself, when you stop rejecting pieces of who you are, the internal war ends. And that is the first step toward peace in the world. Thich Nhat Hanh, The Buddhist teacher said, "Peace is every step, every act of kindness you offer today, every moment you forgive yourself, every time you choose understanding over judgment." These aren't small things. They're changing the world, because you're part of the collective consciousness. When your consciousness shifts, the collective shifts. When the collective shifts, reality shifts. This isn't idealism. This isn't naive spiritual fantasy. This is how consciousness actually works. When you witness war, feeling grief and anger is natural. Don't suppress those emotions, but alongside them, ask yourself, what is this conflict reflecting about my inner world? Where am I still at war within myself? What am I refusing to accept or integrate? Be honest with these questions. And if you find an answer, if you discover where you're still divided, still fighting, still in conflict, begin healing there. End the war with yourself. Release the judgment of yourself. Invite your shadow into the light. That inner reconciliation ripples outward, touching conflicts you'll never see, healing wounds across the world in ways you'll never know. You are not powerless. You are not a passive observer. You are a co-creator of this world. Your consciousness contributes to the collective field that manifests as our shared reality. Your inner peace is world peace. Take a deep breath right now. Look within. Where are you still fighting? Who haven't you forgiven? What part of yourself are you still rejecting? If you find something, try releasing it today. Just one thing. Say enough. I'm done fighting this. The moment you do, the war within you ends. And that peace, it ripples out, through the quantum field, through the collective unconscious, touching hearts you'll never meet, shifting consciousness in ways you'll never trace. Because we're all connected. Mother Teresa was once asked what people could do for world peace. Her answer: go home and love your family. It sounds small, but it's everything. Love the person in front of you. Be kind to the stranger you meet today. And above all, be gentle with yourself. That's how you change the world. If you feel pain watching the news, that pain proves your heart is alive. It shows your capacity for compassion. But alongside that pain, remember you have power. Your consciousness is a healing force. Your choices matter infinitely more than you've been taught to believe. Starting today, choose peace within. Where there's criticism, choose understanding. Where there's anger, choose compassion. Where there's division, choose connection. It won't always be easy. You'll have to choose again and again, moment by moment, day by day. But each choice rewrites reality. Each choice shifts the collective field. When your heart is at peace, you radiate peace into the world. When you love yourself, you send love into the collective consciousness. When you forgive, you heal, not just yourself but the entire web of connection we share. Your light illuminates the darkness, and in the collective unconscious, that light spreads. May peace live in your heart today. May that peace ripple outward, touching lives and shifting consciousness in ways beyond measure. We are one. We are connected. Your peace is my peace. My peace is the world's peace. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to heal. Thank you for understanding that changing the world begins with the sacred work of making peace with yourself.